Hello guys, in this session we are going to discuss about configuration. In our previous video we have already discussed about configuration. There are two type of configuration, that is absolute and relative, and we have discussed with examples and all, so please go through it if you have any doubts. So here let's begin new topic, DL system of nomenclature, RS system of nomenclature. First one, DL system of nomenclature, that is D and L convention. The notations D and L describes relative configuration of organic compounds, and this is introduced by the Emil Fischer, that's in 1908, and compound chosen by him is glyceraldehyde. Why he chose glyceraldehyde? Because it's due to the relationship towards the sugars. He designed two enantiomers for this compound and given D and L simples. So this is levoglyceraldehyde. Here OH and H group, they are in the left side. So these enantiomers is given by simple L. Next is dextroglyceraldehyde. In dextroglyceraldehyde, OH is in right hand side. So they are dextro. He given the simple as D. And CHO and CH2OH, they are extend backward and top. So there will be no change in the positions of CHO and CH2OH. And the lactic acid that is obtained from the D-glyceraldehyde by the series of steps of deconfiguration, whereas obtained from L-glyceraldehyde having L configuration. These refers to D and L system of nomenclature. That is, here for D we are giving plus sign and for L we are giving minus sign. This refers to sign of rotation also. In my last video we have followed that series of steps of D-glyceraldehyde. Next is RS system of nomenclature. It is also called Cahn-Ingold Prelog system. The RN is used to describe absolute configuration of organic molecules. This is based on three-dimensional structural formula of a compound. So when a compound containing chiral carbon atom may be either R configuration or S configuration, the system does not provide the sign of optical rotation, but DNL system provides the sign of optical rotation. So this configuration symbols, that is R and S, assigned to any compound according to following steps. So this is the step 1. So here we are arranging the sequence of atoms and groups, and we'll decide the priority, then we'll decide the configuration. So the first rule, this rule is based on atomic number. So based on atomic number we'll decide the configuration. So here is the example of bromochloroiodomethane. See here, iodine having high atomic number, then bromine, then chlorine, then hydrogen. So according to this we'll decide the configuration. Next is step 2. Step 2 is based on the atoms linked, that is decide the configuration. See here, we can consider the two atoms that is attached to carbon atom, that is we find CH3 and other one C2H5. In CH3 we can see 1 C and 3 H, while in C2H5 we will get 2 C and 5 H. Since C having higher atomic number than H, so C2H5 will get higher priority than CH3. So sequence of priority in this compound will be, chlorine will be first, then C2H5, then CH3, then hydrogen. Next is rule 3. Rule 3 is based on the isotope. That is, if the two atoms that is attached to chiral carbon atom are isotopes of same element, then the isotope which is heavy will get the highest priority. So which isotope is heavy? So we will give the highest priority for that isotope. Here the great priority is for bromine and the last priority is for hydrogen. Next, rule 4. That is, double bonded or triple bonded atoms, they are equivalent to 2 or 3 atoms. So here these are examples. See, this is C double bond X. So it is regarded as CXX. That is, these are the 2 atoms. Likewise, this one also. These are the 2 atoms. Next is step 2. In step 2, we are oriented the molecule in space and the group of lowest priority is directed away from observer. And these are the examples. That is, if this compound or molecule will rotate clockwise, then it is R configuration. Then if it is anti-clockwise, it is S configuration. So here iodine having great priority based on atomic number, then bromine, then chlorine. So this is R configuration. And again S configuration is anti-clockwise direction. Next is step 3. Here also we are orientate the molecule and we are deciding the orientation of remaining 3 groups, and hydrogen having least priority, so we are not considering it. If it is in clockwise, we will get R configuration. If it is anti-clockwise direction, then it is S configuration. In that step 3, there are certain rules, and the first rule is this. We have already told that hydrogen having least priority. So we have to rotate the I in descending order. So this is CH3 having third position. So 3, 2, 1. And we have to find the direction. Whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, then we will decide the configuration. Next is rule 2. That is, if the hydrogen having low priority. Hydrogen having low priority. So then we are rotating at 180 degree. And we will get this compound and hydrogen will come bottom. Next is rule 3. That is, hydrogen is at right hand direction. So this OH will move to this side, then hydrogen will go at bottom, then CHO will go this side. So we will get this configuration. Next is the lowest priority at left hand side. So the hydrogen is here. So OH will go to this direction, then CHO will move here and hydrogen will go at bottom. And these are the rules. It is also called sequence rules. And thank you. That's for today.